Assalamualaikum student. Today we have to start chapter number 6, some simple chemical reactions. Better you see that there are many changes that are taking place around us. For example, there is a nail, iron nail that is rusting, fuel is burning. You have seen that your mother when prepared breakfast for you, often it happens that toast burns. Cooking, she is doing cooking in the kitchen for you. Cans are crushed, food is chopping, ice is being melted, and when we heat the water it is converting into a steam. All these are many changes that are going around us. Now today we have to differentiate them between physical and chemical changes. There are two types of changes: physical changes and chemical changes. Physical changes are those changes in which no new substance are made and it is not compulsory that energy is given out or taken in, or they can be easily reversed. For example, you have seen that this crushed can, by crushing it, change occur only in its shape. For example, if it is made up of aluminium, its composition remains the same and we can easily change back it into its original shape. Here are some vegetables that are chopped. Chopping is also a physical change. This ice cube has taken heat energy from the surrounding and it has melted, because heat energy causes its particles to move faster, and some particles move so faster that they convert it into liquid form, and if we provide heat to the liquid water, it will be converted into steam, because at the surface the faster molecules break to give the steam. Now during all these changes, these are the physical changes. What happens? There is no change in the composition of water. The composition of water remains same, H2O, two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen, but their physical change only state. Their physical state is changed only. Sometime it is in solid form, sometime it is in liquid form, and we can also convert it into steam. Chemical changes happens during a chemical reaction. Chemical changes happen when atoms in the molecules separate and then join in a new manner with other atoms to form entirely new molecules. Chemical changes occur as a result of these chemical changes. New substances form whose properties are entirely different from the properties of the substance from which it is made. For example, if we take the example of iron and sulfur, when they react chemically, they form the product iron sulfide. The properties of iron sulfide are entirely different from the properties of iron and sulfur. A new substance has been made. In the same way, this bread that has been burned, it has changed the composition of the bread. We cannot change it back into the original bread. So during a chemical change, one or two new substances are formed, and energy is always given out or taken in, and it is very difficult to reverse the chemical change. Okay student, next we do the test yourself. Question number 1. Give 3 differences between a physical change and a chemical change. Beta, this is the answer. This table will include in the answer. Question number 2. Which of the photographs on the left page are examples of physical changes and which one are examples of chemical changes? Explain your answer. Beta, you can easily observe that burning of fossil fuel, this burning of toast, and this food that is being cooked, these are the examples of chemical changes. Crushed can, chopped food, or melting ice cube, these are the example of physical changes. Question number 3. When do chemical changes happen? Its answer will include from this paragraph. Chemical changes happens when atoms in the molecule separate to this chemical reaction. Students, our next topic is chemical reactions. We have studied that chemical changes happens during a chemical reactions when two or more elements or compounds react chemically. They form a new substance that is mostly known as molecules or compounds, whose composition is entirely different from the composition of the substance from which they were made. We can represent this chemical reaction in many ways. A simple way to represent a chemical reaction is word equation. For example, if we take some iron filings and sulfur, I think you have seen iron filings, and sulfur is in the powdered form. It is mostly light yellow color. When we mix both these substance and take it in a test tube and put them on the flame, means to give them heat, they will react chemically and form a new substance, iron sulfide. Now we can represent this chemical change in the form of this word equation, like iron plus sulfur, arrow iron sulfide. Iron and sulfur, these are the chemicals that are involved at the beginning of the chemical reaction, and they are known as reactant. The substance that has formed as a result of this chemical reaction is known as product, and this arrow separates the reactants from the product and indicate that the substance has been reacted chemically to form this product. Next, we have to study about endothermic reactions and exothermic reactions. First we will also discuss about another way of representing this chemical reaction. We can use atomic models like this. If we represent the atom of iron like this circle that is of reddish brown color, and sulfur atom with this circle having yellow color, and they will react chemically to form iron sulfide. Okay student, here is a mistake in the book. Instead of hydrogen, here will be iron sulfide, because whenever iron and sulfur will react chemically, they will form iron sulfide. Write down here iron. Clear? And these two atoms will be bound together by chemical bonding. We have studied about ionic bonding and covalent bonding. Next, we have to study about the endothermic reaction and exothermic reaction. Endo mean inside, therm mean heat. The reactions that proceed with the absorption of heat, they are known as endothermic reactions. The most common example of endothermic reaction is photosynthesis. Better you know very well what happens during photosynthesis, that plants prepare their not only food for themselves but for the all living organism in this world by this process. During this process, they take carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and form glucose and oxygen. Sucking a mint that cools your mouth, this is also an example of endothermic reaction. Cooking of food is also an example of endothermic reaction. Second type of reactions are exothermic reactions. Exo mean outside and therm mean heat. The reactions that proceed with the evolution of heat are known as exothermic reactions. The reactions that give out heat are known as exothermic reactions. And you know that respiration that is going inside the animal and plant cell is an example of exothermic reaction. In addition to this, firework exploding, burning of all types of fuel. For example, when carbon burns in air, it takes oxygen from the air and form carbon dioxide plus heat energy that we use to cook our food.